Hey guys, welcome back to another game with Linksy. We're doing another siege battle. This is taken out from the live stream, and yeah, we have a Rome, Seleucids, yeah, and the Rome versus a Kush, Athens, and Rome. I am myself. I'm playing as the Seleucids. Legido, the legendary Legido, is playing as Rome over here, and this is someone who joined us randomly. We're there. I started the battle at this point because just the initial stages are usually a little bit boring. Yeah. Well, what was I saying? This game crashed like 3 times, so I'm just going straight in for one final try. See if I can make it. This is a really, really, really good battle, as you probably will tell from the thumbnail and the title. It was insane, intense, and really crazy. So we're playing on large funds and large unit scale. We're attacking Carthagio on the large unit scale. So this Roman player over here is going against another Roman player who's already taken on his troops onto the walls, veteran legionnaires against veteran legionnaires, it seems. And against armored legionnaires. Armored legionnaires will eventually win. But he's going up on the wall over there. It seems that the Kush put some slave infantry out on the walls, and yeah, we're going straight into the walls. I will warn you, I'm going to be trying a glitch on the walls. We will not exploit it. However, I just wanted to try it out. And we're fighting the walls, and I was like, you know what? I need to batter it down as fast as possible. I got myself a number of these beautiful siege engines. It's always good to attack the walls at an angle like this because you get twice the size of a breach. So I believe, yeah, I believe this is the glitch, right? I'm doing it over here. This wall is not breaking, but this one is. So managing to break that part of the wall over there, even though I did 46% of the damage there. The trick is you basically, yep, there it goes. You basically start hitting the wall, get your units off the tortoise, and then put them back on and start clicking manually somewhere else, and the tortoise will keep breaking the wall over there. And I'll continue breaking this part over here. I will not be exploiting any part of that. It's just the glitch. In retrospect, I should have tried this wall over here just to test and not to scare off the enemy too much. But such game. Also noticed if you break, yeah, exactly. If you break the wall here, it breaks a really lovely hole over there. It makes really good um, for what you need to happen. I'm managing to break all of this off really easily, and I'm soon gonna start sending my troops inside the settlement. As soon as these Roman Triarii and Shoto warriors are engaged, I will go and assist my Roman ally. I got myself a number of Torx swordsmen, 4 units of silver shield swordsmen, including my general, and 4 units of missile units. I've got 3 Syrian archers and a Persian archers over there. Meanwhile, Legidor got 2 units Praetorian Guard, a number of Avocati cohort, and a number of Principes, good old Principes, and these elephants. And of course, he has a Gladiator Spearman. From that end, and what about our ally over here? Armored Legionnaires and Principes is the name of the game. I believe that is most of his troops are that. And he is fighting a really intensive battle against the Roman army up there on the walls. Have we caught up? Yes, we have. I'm trying to go into the settlement over here, but my units are glitching slightly. And I realize the defenders have a lot of missile units over here, and I'm not really happy with that. So well, you're gonna see I'm gonna lose a lot of my initial assaults there really fast. That said, at the moment, I made a mistake with this ballista over here. I let it out on its own, too far away, and yeah, you should move in cohesion. I am not defending my ballista too much. I felt a little bit too safe, but that is the case. I'm trying to cap this arrow tower over here, but there's so many missiles that it's not going to happen very easily, especially if they decide to attack me and these Thorax swordsmen are ready. I've already lost a lot of men walking around this wall, but anyway. In fact, he's attacking with Shoto warriors. I am trying to neutralize this. I managed to neutralize this tower. I'm going to try and hold the Shoto warriors to task. Now, the problem is there are no medium bowmen over here, and these guys are about to start firing straight into the side of my thorax swords, and these guys are not going to live long. Yeah, there you go. Archers and the Shoto warriors, not gonna last very long at all. I'm trying to move forward. The problem that we did here, I believe that myself and the Roman attacked a bit too fast, and we didn't wait for Legidor to bring his troops up in the right position. for us to attack because he was going to attack from this section, and we really needed that angle as well. I also made a mistake and I moved everything through this side into the missile fire over here. I did take a lot of his ammunition, that is true, but I'm losing so many men so far. I mean, this unit, 2 kills, and this unit is already down 20 men. At the same time, this has been noticing this a lot more often, that men would separate themselves from the formation and, or rather, stop moving forward, and that this happens. I don't know why this happens, but it happens, and it ruins the entire formation in that regards. I still had some hillmen out here, and I'm using them to screen this armored desert cavalry. That unfortunately is going to beeline straight into my units, which I do not have any form of protection for my cavalry, my artillery over there, and that the armored cavalry uses the little hole we've made very effectively. Now, that said, Athens has most of its army here. Rome is mostly here, and Kush, they do have a few units down here, but again, most of their armies are here. So the push that Legido is doing is going to be very painful for them, especially since we are engaged with them already. I am firing at these archer units. I'm trying. Yep, there you go. Boom. Just instantly, most of that unit is out. These 2 units of archers are getting slaughtered by my men. I am losing a few men, but not so much as to make it really important. I destroyed one of his missile units over there. We only got 11 kills, and the other missile unit is gonna get wrecked as well. So I'm quite happy with that. Both of them retreat. I would love to have been able to fire these Numidian bowmen, but I start retreating because my Persian light archers are getting slaughtered on the sides. I fire a few more volleys into these slingers and Cretan archers because I managed to get a few back slots, but then at this point he melts my Persian archers over here, and I'm noticing my flank is being carved up by these Shotel warriors who have gotten a lot of good kills on my Thorax swords over there, and I have not yet managed to capture the tower. These Bactrian hillmen out here are having a time of their life. He charges into my ballistae. I believe he kills a couple of men, but I hold him off with my elephants, who do a good job at screening them off. At the same time, I send a unit over here to assist, a Thorax swordsman, to assist my ally who is fighting a mosh pit over here. His troops are just his cohort fighting against Hastati legionary cohort over here. He's breaking through the walls. He's killing his enemy really effectively. The problem is that he's losing most of his troops in the process, and he's also fighting some Shotel over here who have done immense damage to the Romans, because that's what Shotel do. They are the natural enemy of the Romans. Now, another problem that I had is that they captured this tower, and this tower has a range till like something like this, slowing down my units going inside the settlement, but there's nothing to be done about it. Now, I am slowly starting to position my men inside the settlement over here. I have my missiles ready. I have my archers ready to go fire at them. They're resting up. I mean, I did lose a unit, but that unit was the one that killed the most, and he somehow moved his missile units out here just to see where we're doing. And they're, yep, one volley takes them to half health, and they are just dead. I know they had still a lot of ammunition left, so I just kill them as fast as I can and just hope for the best. I'm not sure why they vanished over there. I mean, there is a tree, yes, but come on. It's not like I don't control this tower. These are 14 men left. I'm taking out my hillmen, so the hillmen might absorb some of this ammunition of these Numidian bowmen over here. And the Athenian general is reorganizing his men to try and control the influx of the Roman horde from this angle. I'm not sure why he gave up on the tortoise, because he could have easily made another breach over here, which would have helped him a lot to dealing with these thorax and hoplites over here. But at the same time, he was allowed in very easily from this angle. So now Legido is engaged. He has his army still pretty much all full strength. He is fighting a little bit of the Athenian resistance, and Athens is pulling back most of its troops to try and deal with that issue, which is causing them a lot of problems because, well, even if our Roman is struggling to take the walls over here. Yeah, I thought I managed to break through this angle. I would have gotten his missiles, and I am actually dealing a significant amount of damage to his missile units over here from the safety of my location, which he cannot hit properly, as he cannot see my man, but I can hit his man slightly from the flank. He did manage to surround my unit of Thorax Swordsmen over here, but we've broken his Shotel, and my Thorax Swordsmen somehow survived that. So we're winning the lower city over here in this angle, and we are definitely fighting towards the heart of the city, the Great Market, that of Carthage, which is known in the legends to be an important location. Now, over here, this unit of Thorax Swordsman is moving forward, is engaging with Principes, which are still better than Thorax Swordsman, which is insane because Principes should not be better there. But so be it. The Gladiator Spearmen are getting a little bit of damage from the Arrow Tower, but they're moving forward with purpose, and they're going to be taking down that. Now, Gladiator Spearmen are, they're a decent force. We do have a little bit of an advantage in terms of the power, that bounce power, but at the same time, we're really struggling to deal with these Shoto choke points and the vast volume of men that they have. Yeah. I really should. This sometimes happens, like this little crack. So always blast it over here, and that would have fallen. My elephants are coming in. I'm trying to defend my ballista from his cavalry. I don't know where his cavalry is. Unfortunately, he's managed to hide it from me. But I'm bringing my ballista, and I'm trying to fire, right? But I'm not managing because the angle is not the best. This one should be able to fire easily into that blob over there, but it doesn't always happen. And as you can see, it's failing. I should have pushed it in, at least wasted a lot of this ammunition fighting it. These hillmen are doing very well, especially since they're being supported by my man. He's for some reason pushed his medium bowman outside, and my man finally broke, but I am damaging his Shoto warriors over here significantly so with the missile fire from this angle. It's really good to know. Yep, he's following my man. He's deciding to charge out, and that this is at the point that I realize, ooh, I can take that out easily. He's trying to come out here and give me a chase, a resulting fight. And I answer by sending out some Silver Shield Swordsmen to defend this flank, while at the same time pushing my Thorax Swordsman from this angle. I am firing at his Shoto warriors at an angle and dealing significant damage to him. Where this is happening, the Roman player here is managing to slowly but surely wipe out the Shotel units. He's putting his Syrian archers onto the wall, and he's putting Avocati or soldiers on the wall over here. Down here, there's only a couple of Triarii left, so he pretty much won this fight. I mean, he lost the fight, but he's done enough damage to severely weaken the position up here of the enemy. And they're bringing in elephants as well. They're bringing in their auxiliary elephants. We did not see them at this point. I see them much later on in the game, but that is the case that we are facing today. At this point, my missile units decide to be as derpy as humanly possible and do not want to fire at the point-blank situation we're having there. I burned down one of my own ballistas, which I am... Oh no, he's trying to burn my ballistas. Okay, that's how I lose my ballistas. Okay, I thought it was because of the cavalry. No, he brings the cavalry back inside the settlement over there, and he engages with my missile units. But these are Syrian heavy archers. They can take a little bit of a beating. And even though they're fighting, my general is mixed in the mix, and I am sending my elephants. My elephants are charging in, and they're doing a significant amount of damage. The problem is my elephants just went berserk, and they are deciding to go crazy on my men. So I just start pulling my troops as fast as possible, really thanking the armored desert cavalry for protecting my general unit from being squashed underfoot. At this point, my elephants kill a significant amount of my general units, man. I think kill 20 men of his unit. Yep. No, they came back into control just in time, but they killed 10 men, my general unit. I charged them back into this mess over here, and it helps to shatter these three very important Shotel units that I had here. They're firing his archers at me, but now at this point I've managed to break through when I'm pulling in myself. What is happening on this end? The Roman is methodologically breaking through the picked hoplites, the Spartan, the Athenian walls, and doing as much damage as possible. And he's barely sent in anything. He's sending now his more reinforcements of Gothic cohort. His Principes are doing very well. I mean, they're low health, but they're doing very well against these Thorax Hoplites over here, and they are managing to neutralize the tower, the gate, so there's no more that much arrow tower. These Principes are fighting against those Thorax, and these Gothic cohort are chasing away the missile units from the Athenian. And now, oh, okay, he sees the cavalry coming, so he charges his cohort, which are very tired, but he charges them and at Pilatro, and that Pilatro does insane damage to that cavalry, even though it started to try run away. My elephants go berserk one more time, and they're trying to escape, but now they're getting slaughtered by the missile fire, and they're not managing to ram straight through the Shoto warriors over here. They do manage to get a few kills. They get 53 kills, and on elephants, that's a decent amount of kills. But I expected much more. No, sorry, that's not a decent amount of kills at all. 300, 400. That's the kills that you want to see on your elephants. You invest 1,600 on them. I think this one is 1,300. I mean, I did manage to do some damage on these Shoto warriors. They did ruin their formation, and there's a lot of friendly fire going on, but it's not nearly any enough damage. I move up my Syrian archers on the side and try to fire at an angle. Meanwhile, my ally is finally capturing the gate for himself. He's bringing in his elephants to try and break through these picked hoplites, which have been a pain in his arse for a while. These thorax swords are finally falling, and then the picked hoplites over here are going to have a troublesome time. Now, there are still a number of pike units back here, which are going to be very difficult to deal with, and there is, of course, the picked hoplite general for the Athenians, which, bloody hell, that caused us problem. There's still a Pikers up here, which is hiding in this little alcove over there. As you can see, the city slowly getting damaged and collapsing as we're charging in. The Roman still has a lot of missile units left, and he's picking off our Roman ally, who manages to save a lot of his troops, but at this point he's struggling to take up the upper region because they are being held at pretty good choke points. The Kush enemy army is at this point falling back entirely, and it's just collapsing. We're capturing the walls and the gates as necessary wherever we can, and we're pushing forward. I'm trying to come and assist my ally Legido over here, but the countercharge of the citizen cavalry is doing significant damage, and it's finally actually managing to get these Gothic cohort on the defensive. The Numidian bowmen are out of ammunition. They didn't do so well as they could have. This pike wall and this armored shotles would be very difficult to break through, and these elephants are now marching in to the rear of the enemy and trying to find a weakness. I are, however, getting peppered slightly by these Cretan archers. At this point, I'm moving in all of my remainder troops. I lost my ballista over here to missile fire and to a cav charge, I believe. And all I have left at this point is a couple of Thorax swords, pretty healthy, and some Silver Shield swordsmen over here, which are, I mean, they're healthy. 77, yeah. My general is over here with 110, a couple of kills, more Silver Shield swordsmen, 130 kills, but they are very depleted. They're half health, and these Thorax swordsmen are also very depleted. My army has been very depleted. The balance of power is slightly in our favor, again. It stays in our favor, but at this point, the enemy is in full retreat. They still have so much outside the settlement. I do not understand how or why, but I believe that these are units that were routing and didn't manage to route in time. My ally made a little mistake over here, which is cute. I mean, you do it sometimes when you're in battle. You accidentally dismount your calf units, and they're fighting on dismounted, which is a little bit at a disadvantage, but that happens. The ballista unit over here is struggling because, well, it doesn't do really well. He's moving some Praetorian Guard to come and assist. The armored cavalry is breaking as the general unit gets back on its yeah. Yeah, Legatus is a heavy command. They're very good units, don't get me wrong. They're fantastic stats. The problem is when they get off their cavalry, they do much less damage than they really should be doing. And he notices this eventually. He did bring more Shotel units over here, and they will do a significant amount of damage to us, but we do control the gate, and they are falling like flies. The Legatus command unit is now moving in to intercept. He probably notices at around this point. What am I doing? I'm bringing my units up here, and I was really pissed off because it was lagging a bit, and I kept commanding my other units to move. As you can see, the command is there, but it was not moving. They were getting stuck here, and it was annoying because that was not what I wanted. And these would not have lost so much missile units over here. These guys still had a lot of ammunition, and unfortunately, this Legatus command is doing very, very significant amounts of damage to my troops. The Roman on this side is firing as much as he can. Now, the one thing he could have done differently is could have taken these three of got legionary cohort, moved them up this way, and put pressure on that side. It's unfortunate I ended up losing one of my archer units over here, but such is the way of this game, and it's one of the beautiful parts of it. It's like the lag. See what I mean? Like, what is happening? The lag is real. I'm engaging over here with a unit of picked hoplites, I believe. No, just normal hoplites. I sent forward my silver shield swordsman over here, and I'm trying to do as much damage as possible. I still had a full unit of silver shield swordsman, and these hoplites were breaking very easily. Now I will make a massive blunder, which I thought wouldn't be so bad, but I do end up killing most of these accidentally. We should show you shortly. This is why you should never underestimate the power of missiles and how much damage they can yield. These have got covered over here. It's what he's left. He still has some elephants, which will do significant amount of damage to this army over here if used correctly. And I'm moving up my thorax swordsman. I'm quite positive I can break through this Gothic cohort unit, but I am still not entirely certain. The Syrian archers was charged in over here. They're out of ammunition. They're trying to make use of them as best as possible. He is running around with his cavalry. Unfortunately, I did not have any cavalry left because the only thing that I had were the elephants that died very early on in the game, and we definitely would have used them to break this off as best as we could. The elephants are still waiting back here, and there's still some Syrian archers which are full health, pretty much full health, full ammunition as well. The Praetorian Guard has wiped clean this area, captured that gate, and now we're moving in with the remainder of our troops. There's still a ballista unit which is half health and should have most of its ammunition left. And this avocado cohort here is readying up. Now, I moved these soldiers here, and I forgot that they had so much ammunition. No, not forgot, it's like, no, it will be fine. We'll manage to deal with it, okay. That is not always the case. If you have these troops, especially such healthy troops, keep them hidden, keep them in reserve. I made a blunder there, especially since he had Royal Kushite archers, which are now going to start firing directly into my men and ruining my day. I was trying to move my missile units in here to get these guys going berserk, but it did not work. Again, it was a bit of an awkward angle to fire at. I'm bringing more troops in to try and hold this against any cavalry charges. See what I mean? They're shooting at my men and they are whittling them down really fast. So much ammunition is being shot at me. Should have left the got a cohort in there to stew though to take the damage, but I was like, no, these are silver shield swordsmen. They should be able to take it. No, they are not. I already lost 11 men with that one, and the damage is insane. And this one is going to get wrecked to hell. It's 54 men. These guys are not going to be doing well at all in that angle. And I mean, we've beaten them back, but the problem is they have such a good defense over here. They have pike units at every angle over here. They have Shotel, they have no medium bowmen, they have enough missile units. They're fighting us back. Our men are getting... I mean, these were 54. Right now they're already down to 20. I put them in shield wall because they're like, yeah, the shield wall will hold us. Like, I can lose one. But no, just don't let them use their ammunition like that. Send in cheap units, send in weak units, force them to use their ammunition on something else. It was a massive blunder from my end. The elephants are fighting against my thorax swordsman over here. Again, really bad way of using my thorax swordsman. My thorax swordsman just shattered. It was almost full health thorax swordsman even, and it just broke entirely. This is unfortunate. But at least the elephants are going berserk on his own units, and I believe he ends up killing them before they hit his own units. I'm not entirely sure what's going to happen. They're going berserk. Yeah, he kills them before they kill his units. That's actually very smart because at this point, as much good as they would do, they're not going to do very well if he loses his last unit of Vakati cohort, which is holding back all of this. My ally is sending his legionnaires trying to kill these Syrian archers as fast as possible, but unfortunately those are his final troops and he's getting surrounded. He's lost way too much assaulting that section. These cavalry managed to make it through. I tried to throw some pila in, but they break through my line over there. I had a little bit of a gap, and they start slaughtering my men. What was I telling you? I had over 200 men here, way over 200 men. Nothing left. I lost most of my men there, taking those missiles to the face. Granted, I saved our elephants from being slaughtered, were these guys, but these guys are also very heavily damaged. Their health has been reduced significantly because they have been hit repeatedly on the face. Now, that said, I lost my missiles over here as well. I had so much ammunition left, and I kept losing them, which was a disgrace from my end. And at this point, this balance of power is actually moving to the favor of the defenders, who are holding their ground really well. I must say, we were really cocky at this point. If you go back to the live stream, you'll be like, what little shit, honestly. We were being very cocky. It's like, oh yeah, they have nothing left. Oh, we can do this. Come on, we can make this happen. And we could have made it happen just because a little bit too cocky. And this is a lesson that we learned for you guys. Do not get cocky. I mean, these guys are out of ammunition now. Yep, they are. But those kills they got, and almost 100 something kills, they should have never obtained at all. And I'm enjoying. And now I'm also making a secondary mistake, of tertiary at this point. I'm engaging with a blob against armored total units, which are supported by archers, without the assistance of my ally. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Now, my ally is getting split up by these Shoto units over here who are going to engage his general. Unfortunately, his general did not get the Pila and is breaking through. That is fantastic. The general managed to break through. No, you need to send your general in. You're going to lose if you stay in an engaged, prolonged fight there. The Praetorian Guard are coming back to engage there. The Praetorian Guard over here, those two Praetorian Guards are the best things we have left. I'm trying to use my last little bit of ammunition and to kill as many of these pikemen as possible. While this is happening, I'm fighting and trying to kill these Avogati cohort. I'm sending in Thorax Swordsman, my general, and I'm sending all that I have left to try and help my ally who has 22 legionnaires left. I mean, they've got 300 kills, which is fantastic, but yeah. My ally brings his elephants up here to try and kill all of this and break it up into smithereens. See, the Legatus of the general is there. In retrospect, he should have charged straight to the Syrian archers, who would have helped to break the Romans a bit better. These guys are out of ammunition, I believe, now. No, they still have a little bit. They're still firing at these pikemen. They've killed a couple. My men over here are breaking. I am so disappointed with this army. With these three, with myself, not with this army, with myself, because that would have been so much better. He managed to save his general somehow, but these Shoto warriors are fighting. We are getting surrounded on this end because they're bringing Thorax top the days. But it does open up an opportunity for the Praetorian Guard to march in. These Kushite pikes have been severely damaged, so he's bringing more Kush pikemen over here to this side and this angle, and we are trying to tighten the noose, as you will. Now, these guys should be out of ammunition. Yes, they are, and these guys have like 2 or 3 volleys left, and I'm trying to move them, so I shoot directly into these pike units from this side. And the Legatus of the enemy Roman army is there. The elephants over here, 137 kills, not bad. We finally managed to wipe away these Avogati cohorts around them and bring back our troops. My ally is bringing his onager up here, and now looking back at this, since they were running out of ammunition, he should have brought it here and just started shooting straight into these spike units. He's running out. He still has some ammunition on the general, Kush general. I mean, Royal Kushite archers are just fantastic units. And these Praetorian Guard are facing armored Shoto warriors, which are a natural counter to them, so it's not going well. Peaked hoplites, you sons of bitches. You'll see why I'm calling them that in a moment or so. My Silver Shield swordsmen over here are down to their last 15 men. They've been fighting Shotel, and they Shotel got 145 kills. They should have never been able to get that much. These missile archers are fighting against 10 Praetorian 10 Legatus command over here, which are winning. But it is the case that we finally broke through. The elephants are going back to fight, and I'm bringing all of my troops to this side and trying to assault from this angle. Yeah, This was a mistake on a mistake. My ally did manage to get his troops in, but then the general unit brought his picked hoplites into the rear. So it's a sandwich on a sandwich on a sandwich. It's just it's just a mess down there. It's an absolute mess. The Athenians are wavering already from casualties, but yeah, my ally is trying to throw his pila at the Kushite pikes as best as he can while firing the remainder of his ammunition at them. But these Shotel warriors sallied out in a fashion and are trying to kill them. So my ally lost most of his army by now. Down here, he has one unit of Bugatti cohort still fighting, two units of relatively healthy Praetorian Guard, and a unit of Syrian archers, which is in decent condition. But it's about to get rear charged by Shotel units, so it's never a good idea. These Syrian archers over here are out of ammunition, so they're charging in, and they are going to fight against the Shotel units. Shotel should win this, but yeah, we're getting slowly picked apart by the remainder of their ammunition and soldiers. The Praetorians are moving in. These Silvetian swordsmen are still fighting somehow, and the elephants are coming in to try and clean up this mess over here. These hoplites are going to get rammed from the rear, which is quite majestic, really and truly. The legionnaires are 328 men, and I'm moving everything over there. The elephants go in and they start fighting and trying to kill as many as possible. Now the thing with elephants is that they will go berserk and they're gonna go crazy. They've already received a lot of damage and they're not going berserk in a good fashion. They are not. Yeah, they're going into the wrong direction entirely, and a number of them are falling because they were fighting Thorax Hoplites. But at least they managed to break this unit, which was still at like 60 men, which is very important for us. The pikemen over here come to block the Praetorian Guard, and that ends up blocking them. They're moving the pikemen in every which direction. Now the ballista is firing. It's trying to kill the generals and do as much damage as it can at the generals. And oh, that would have been a good shot, but it was not the case. And yeah, so let's see. More ammunitions hitting the ground. These picked hoplites are going to get hit from the side. These elephants are still running rampage because they are using their ammunition on the elephants. They did break the Kushite pikes over here and the armored Shotel, so kudos to them. 253 men, probably some more, but way more than what I managed to get on my men. The Praetorian Guard finally managed to find a place to break through, but they get slammed from the side by their troops over there. These guys run out of ammunition. They don't do much damage, and at this point we are struggling. We are really struggling. I'm trying to find a way how to deal with this. I'm trying to throw my peel. I don't know why I charged straight into the pikes. What is wrong with me? It must have been a misclick. I'm assuming that was a misclick. Because that is stupid. That is really stupid. What? What was I thinking? What the hell was I thinking? Oh my good lord. I don't know what I was thinking there. We did manage to get these legionnaires to the side and they're ramming the rear. Yeah, I noticed. I pulled them back. What the hell was wrong with me there? Now, it is just the last few units. The elephants are exhausted. They are 263 kills. They're trying their best to kill as many as possible. This guy is coming in from the rear. The Praetorian Guard over here are exhausted. 63 men left. They have been surrounded and done a lot of damage to them. The general unit, the elephants, are still fighting. They're doing a lot of damage, but the pikemen are coming in. The Praetorians are in a very wide formation and they're moving up to the rear, trying to outflank these pikemen units over there. At this point, I'm being held back by this really thin line of... What am I trying to do? What was I thinking? Again? What is wrong with me? I'm trying to get... Oh, I'm trying to get the pila to show. Okay. So I did that and I finally realized this is not going to work. But there is a little gap over here, so I'm just trying to move them there. Then you press your shift button, your space bar, and drag and drop them, and they should move in a... Yep, there you go. Moved in a forward manner. They notice they're trying to block me from doing so, but At this point, yeah, I'm moving my general in as well because that was our only option. These elephants are still fighting. They're trying to do as much damage as they can. These Praetorian Guard are resting because they are exhausted and they are gone from this world. There's still some missile units out here which have ammunition. They should start firing into this blob as soon as possible, and the general is still alive. Trying to kill the Kush general as fast as possible before these pikemen arrive. I realize that's not going to happen. Thankfully, most of my units are able to get into position. I am managing to get slight little movement over here. I'm trying to move my troops in this manner, and they are moving. They are managing to move, and I'm surrounding this Kush pikeman. It's attacked in the rear. Hopefully, when its general dies, it will break and go away. That was the idea that I had in mind. And let's see what's happening over here. These guys are firing point blank into these armored chotel units, but of course it's not going to work because they are armored chotel units, best unit in the game. Well, second best unit in the game after Praetorian Guard over here. Or so we thought. This general is losing decisively. I managed to get my thorax, and these guys are breaking. We're trying. If we manage to break them, we would be able to fall back, and we do the same exact tactic with this unit of pikemen over here. I was hoping, yeah, they were coming in as a rear charge, and the pikes over here are getting flanked. I'm trying to run my units to the side over here, but this unit of pikemen is doing insane amounts of damage to my men as it is happening. I'm trying to completely surround this unit, and at the same time, my men are not listening to what I was saying. Either that or I was spam clicking in the wrong direction. I am fortunately losing way too much of my general. I believe my general almost dies in this time. This unit is losing decisively at this point. It's just losing normally. But Kushite Pikes over here broke. I'm trying to pull back because I realized that it wasn't working, but I lost 50, 60 men for doing that. Yep, pretty much. And the armor chotel coming in. I'm trying to get these Thorax Pikemen over here, Thorax Swordsmen over here to deal with that and see what I can do. The Praetorian Guard are rearly attacked, but then I rear attack the Shotel, and then the big top is coming in from that angle. So this is just a mosh pit of soldiers. I still have some archers over here. Do they have ammunition left? No, they just have swords. Yep. This unit of pikemen finally gets out of position and tries to move in to kill my man, but it is not doing well, and I find an opportunity to rear charge it. I charge into the general before it manages to kill me, and at this point we're like, oof, we've managed to surround them. I mean, we're surrounding them entirely. This unit of pikes should not be even managing to get its pike upright, but it is managing to do so. We've neutralized this pretty much with the exception of these couple of soldiers. The general unit over here is really not doing well. My men are wavering because my general had just died. I believe my general is struggling against these armor shotel. Of course they are. These pike units are struggling as well. Everyone is struggling at this point. These Praetorian Guard are 132 kills. They're wavering. Of course they're wavering. I mean, they've been massacred on the battlefield. These picked hoplites are winning decisively. These Legatus command is dying. The general has died for the Praetorians over here. 44 Praetorian Guard, 43 Praetorian Guard, 42 Praetorian Guard. Finally, the Athenian pikes, I think Athens, yeah, Athenian pikes break. We're trying to break this Kush soldiers over here, and the only thing that's left on this battlefield is these Pect hoplites, and we're like, GG, we should have this, right? Right? I mean, what the hell? But look how much balance of power these Pect hoplites have. I tried to put my man in shield formation. We're surrounding this guy from every which angle. At the sad part about this point is my general had just died, and all of my men are exhausted. Then my ally's general just dies here horribly for some reason. He falls off his horse and then just gets slaughtered over there. So the legatus just shatters over there. The general has died for the Romans. The Praetorian Guard are not doing so hot. And that's all that's left. These guys are down to 73 men. I'm trying to rest my men as best as possible. My men over in this side are shaken and exhausted, and I'm just waiting for my men to literally just be fresh. These guys are fresh, but I'm waiting to see if these last few missiles could do anything, and then we'll charge in. The Praetorian Guard are charging in and trying to basically do a rear charge into this and try to break them. The picked hoplites literally down to the last second. I mean, we're almost 40 minutes in now, but for some reason my men start breaking the moment we engage with the picked hoplites over here. It's attacked in the rear, it's attacked by everything, it's surrounded from every which angle, and yet it is still managing to hold. My men are somehow breaking. I do not understand how this is happening. But it was happening. They were being attacked in the rear, and they're down to 50 men, 48 men, 58 men. They're dropping as fast as possible. We're doing as much damage as we can. They're surrounded from every angle. And we have way more men than them. We have 27, 33, 45, 35, 44, and 46. That should be easy. These are 48 men. 46. 45. Why are men giving up? I have no idea. 43. Come on. 43, 42. And that's how 41. And our men start breaking. 40. And that's it. Our man broke. Our man shattered. 39. And that's it. My silver shield swordsmen are now outnumbered. The Praetorian Guard have retreated. And it is just 39 against 266 kills on this picked hoplites and 29 on my silver 130, and my silver shield swordman general is breaking, and this general is still alive, and it is GG. This game was down to the wire, down to the last few men. This was insane, absolutely nuts, mental, crazy. My army was pretty much wiped out with the exception of a few units here and there which shattered and ran. I didn't get that many kills with my army, unfortunately. I could have played much better. I mean, my two killers didn't do much, and my missiles I didn't use wisely. I was, again, too fast. Whereas Legido did really well. Overall, he did really good. Again, his onager could have done much better, and his Praetorian Guard, one of them unfortunately got ripped to shreds by missile fire. Diego did fantastic. He held the wall. He won the wall against Iwon Gozni 66. RSH, fantastic. Fantastic last stand. I take my hat off for you. And Dan 08, really good stand that you did there. Thanks, guys, for watching. If you like the content, please subscribe to the channel, like and subscribe, as I just said. If you do want me to look at your games, just send them to me on totalwarbro@gmail.com. I hope you enjoyed this. This is like the third or fourth video I've recorded today, so my mind is melting a bit, and I have to live stream in like 10 minutes ago. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this content. If you do, just let me know. Take care. Goodbye.